All right, all right.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
If any comment, Oscar, on the whole situation of Floyd pulling out and everything that went into
I'm
it?
still mind boggled on exactly what happened. I don't know. Obviously, we know he went to the hospital. I cannot comment on anything until the reports come in and see exactly what happened. But it's very unfortunate, you know. I went up to Shakur Stevenson and apologized to him on our behalf because, look, fighters train hard. Fighters, they have training camps, and it's very disappointing, right? But I do obviously wish Floyd Schofield a speedy recovery. Whatever happened to him, I hope he's well, because that's, you know, first and foremost, you have to look out for the health of the fighter.
Have you had much conversation with Team Schofield since then?
No, I haven't had much conversation. I've been dealing with the father back and forth, but I want to really get to the bottom of this, exactly what happened, and then we'll take it from there.
Do you think that there's a right, especially fans of Shakur, to be a bit confused about everything, especially with the accusations that Team Schofield was making towards Shakur's team?
Yeah, they're uncalled for until you have the facts.
Like, respectfully, it do look like a duck. It looks like a duck because they saying, how does your value go up after not fighting? Because the last time we see Floyd Schofield, he was in a hospital with ventilators.
Right.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Okay, so it was reported about a week ago that Floyd Schofield, he was offered to fight Abdullah Mason, and Floyd, he turned the fight down. And then we get reports that Floyd, he was offered $1 million, but Floyd, he demanded $2.5 million to fight Abdullah. Well, it's definitely not a rumor that Floyd Sr. and Jr., they were definitely offered the Abdullah Mason fight, and they turned it down because they confirmed that in this recent interview that they did with the Boxing Voice. So in this interview, they were asked multiple times about the $2.5 million that they're being accused of demanding to fight Abdullah. But whenever Senior was asked about the $2.5 million demand, he would always deflect. Never in this interview did Floyd Sr. or Jr. say, we never asked for $2.5 million. So I'm going to play this first clip for you guys. And just remember, the question that was asked to them is, how does your value go up after the last time we seen you, you were in the hospital with ventilators? Now, just remember, according to reports, they were offered $1.1 million and they asked for 2.5.
How does your value go up after not fighting? Because the last time we see Floyd Schofield, he was in a hospital with ventilators.
Right. Because the bottom line is, they think their young dog could take him. That's the thing. And he's coming up fast. And they think he could take him.
So you see, Senior's response was, the bottom line is, they think they can take him. He's coming up fast, talking about Abdullah Mason. So what it sounds like he's basically saying is, Abdullah Mason, he got way too much confidence. We need more money for all that confidence that he has because he thinks that he can take us. What Senior is trying to say without saying it outright is this is too dangerous of a fight. We need extra money. This guy is even more dangerous than Shakur Stevenson. With Shakur, we got to worry about getting outboxed. With Abdullah Mason, we got to worry about getting knocked out. That's pretty much what the translation is. And honestly, Floyd Schofield Sr. and Jr., they're going to look bad no matter what because of the whole Shakur Stevenson situation, which looks like they cried wolf. So if they're going to pull out of this fight as well, it actually would have looked just a little bit better for them to just be straight up honest instead of them trying to say it in an ambiguous way. I mean, you might as well just bite the bullet and come out and say, this is a very difficult fight. This is a much harder fight than the Shakur Stevenson fight. And that's why we need all the money in the world to take this fight.
So to us, it ain't no step down because there's step up. He already said we ain't fighting Shakur. He said that shit sailed. Well, fight my young buck. That's what he said.
He did say that.
So the thing was, So y'all not gonna give us our shot back. Y'all know we was in the hospital. Y'all know we didn't pull out. The British board pulled us out of that fight and wouldn't let us take that fight. We was begging for the fight. So they know this. So the bottom line, if they not gonna give us that fight, but y'all gonna give us another check, respect. I respect that. Yes, what happened to him, I'm sorry. We getting past that. But y'all gonna give us another big payday? We respect that as men. And we gonna go in there and do our job as other men. So it is what it is, and we respect them.
So with everything that Senior says so far, he still hasn't answered the question about the $2.5 million, at least not directly. But what I did notice is he did slip in an apology for what happened with the Shakur Stevenson situation. Remember, guys, in that clip, Oscar De La Hoya, he apologized to Shakur Stevenson and their team because of what happened. And originally, Floyd Schofield's team, they got mad at Oscar for apologizing to Shakur. But once again, he's still not answering the question. So since Senior still hasn't answered the question, the Boxing Voice, they tried to ask the question again. And this is what Senior says.
But I'm saying, like, if they not giving Rockstar Shakur Stevenson his bread to run that squabble with Zepeda, how do you think they gonna give y'all $2.5 million to run the squabble with Abdullah Mason? And respectfully, both of y'all fan bases aren't there yet. Like, how does that make sense?
He was just throwing a number.
No. The thing is,
now, Senior and Junior, they're saying so much in this interview that I'm still catching stuff right now. I don't know if you guys just noticed what Junior just said, but Junior, he just said, we was just throwing a number out there. And then his father cut him off by saying, no. Like he didn't want him to say that. So Junior pretty much confirmed that they did ask for the $2.5 million. But then later on in the interview, Junior says we would have accepted the $1 million or the $1.1 million.
Right now, I think I seen it on his post or something. They said they offered us 1.1 million. Mm-hmm. He was just offered $1 million. So I think his worth is about 7 figures by now. Or they wouldn't be offering it. They ain't the only ones that offering it. So it's like, yo, we there. We worked our ass off to get there. He 18-0. He got a huge platform. He deserved what he's worth. So I'm not going to, maybe Mason not there yet, and they want to bring Mason up there. Mm-hmm. But they are challenging for a WBA belt and a slot to be mandatory to fight for a world title. So that's an important thing. That's worth money. We worked our ass off to get that belt. And y'all gonna say, oh no, y'all should give it away for about this much. Or y'all should risk giving it away for this much. That's kind of crazy. That ain't how business goes. So they offer 7 figures. If that is true, we're going to sit there and we're going to be rocking.
The bad part, me and my dad was talking, we'll take the 1 million.
Right. Like, yo, that's 7 figures for this fight. And this fight don't mean shit to either one of them, whether they win, lose, or draw. They young. They got plenty of time to get back there. So, that's a great fight. And yes, we ready to fight him, and that's why I believe they should get 7 figures. We asked for the Shakur fight. Man. We did our part. We asked for the Shakur fight.
Actually asking for the Shakur Stevenson fight is not doing your part. Following through and fighting Shakur is doing your part. Floyd Jr., he received so much backlash after that whole Shakur Stevenson situation that he had disabled all of his comments on his social media accounts for a while until the heat went down. And now they're receiving more backlash when it comes to this whole Abdullah Mason offer. Something else I noticed is before, Floyd Sr., he was constantly trashing Shakur Stevenson as if he's really not that good of a fighter. For the most part, he was just using all of the race fan talking points on the internet. But I noticed, by way of contrast, he hasn't said anything disrespectful about Abdullah Mason or his skill set. So once again, the translation is clear. You guys heard Junior say that they would have accepted the $1.1 million, but they never denied that $1.1 million was offered to them either, which is why the next question should have been, okay, well, if you guys were willing to take the $1.1 million, why did the fight fall through? What happened? Because obviously, if they accepted the $1.1 million, then the fight would be coming to fruition and Abdullah Mason would not be fighting someone else. With the way Oscar De La Hoya reacted to the news of his own fighter pulling out of the Shakur Stevenson fight, I have a feeling that Oscar De La Hoya, he's still not happy with Floyd Schofield, and that situation has partially damaged their relationship. Oscar said he wants to apologize to Shakur's team, but at the same time, he said we still have to wait until the medical reports come out. but the medical reports never came out. So I don't think Oscar is happy about this situation at all, even though Oscar did just recently come out reacting to this news of Schofield turning down the Mason fight. Now just keep in mind, Oscar is always going to be politically correct because he promotes Floyd Schofield. Just like there were a lot of things he wanted to say about Canelo Alvarez when he was promoting him years back, but he couldn't say it because he was promoting him. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.